Yeah, cleaning up the dishes. It's a part-time job till she at the top. 'Cause in her head she's hoping, and in her heart she knows that it won't be long. She won't give up on everything her soul desires. One day she'll set the world on fire. Won't let the chances roll on by. No, she's not the kind. Got her eyes set on the goal, taking names, chasing gold. Yeah, can slow her down from what really matters. Oh, she's a little dream catcher, dream catcher, dream catcher. She's putting out them good vibes, knows everything comes back in the right time, 'cause she truly believes within her reaches everything her soul desires. One day she'll set the world on fire. Won't let the chances roll on by. No, she's not the kind. Got her eyes set on the goal, taking names, chasing gold. Yeah, can slow her down from what really matters. Oh, she's a little dream catcher, dream catcher, dream catcher. I know this girl, she's got a dream, she's gonna catch it. Wake up one day, look back and not regret it, 'cause she gave her all. Been at the bottom, now she stands tall. And like a feather floating on the breeze, she got a tattoo, the one that says believe, won't go down without a fight. She took those night dreams and turned them into daylight. 'Cause everything her soul desires, one day she'll set the world on fire. Won't let the chances roll on by. No, she's not the kind. 'Cause everything her soul desires, she's setting the world on fire. Won't let the chances roll on by. No, she's not the kind. Got her eyes set on the goal, taking names, chasing gold. Yeah, can slow her down from what really matters. Oh, she's a little dream catcher, dream catcher, dream catcher. Oh yeah, dream catcher, dream catcher, dream catcher.
Cleaning up.
This one is flip fast.
Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Miss Kathy. I'm seeing all these beautiful faces that I love seeing at 6 o'clock on a, oh my God, I almost said Sunday night. Hello, it's Tuesday. That is way off. I don't know what's happening there. And it's so funny because Kim is in my living room. she
All these faces.
It's so fun, right?
It's not on purpose. I have no power at home. I've not had power since like 2 o'clock. And so I called Christy and I said, I'm coming over. And then she texted me a little while, just like right before I got here, and said, I have no power. And I'm like, we're going to have to go to Starbucks. I don't even know what's happening. But hers came back on. So mine has not. Cliff is sitting in the dark. Not really, but.
And Megan, you look so pretty. Show us your earrings. I mean, for real. Look at those, y'all. Sassy. And I have to say too, I have to share too, my Divine. Okay, so look how pretty this set is. I got it in the mail today. It literally looks like a, hundreds, if not, $1,200, $1,500 set. It is so beautiful for $24.
Balls on fashion jewelry is not normal, right?
Do what?
Like having balls kind of like on the Galaxy necklace. Isn't that different than normally you see on fashion jewelry?
Oh yeah, it's a very exquisite design detail. The little ball chain. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So anyways, I digress. But welcome everybody this evening. I'm super excited to have a special guest with us tonight, Miss Kathy Cassidy. Kathy, you're muted. Not that it matters. You don't have to unmute yourself yet, but I don't know. Well, first of all, if I have not met you, my name is Christy Trujillo, and I am super happy to have an opportunity and it's an honor to take a little bit of your evening on this Tuesday night to talk about this amazing teams that are doing amazing things. And the reason we're doing this is because last week in St. Thomas, Kathy, who is one of our only two national directors with Park Lane, came to me and said, "This team has been noticed." She's like, "I would like to spend some time with them." I said, "Well, let's do it. Let's do it." So, Kathy, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you, Christy. I love spending time with the teams.
Well, and Kathy, I would love for you to just share before we get started, just a little bit about who you are. She's been with Park Lane a hot minute.
A very hot minute.
Tell them about your career.
So I am by education an RN, and like probably many of you, just started. I mean, I was so taken with the generosity, like the customer sale, the hostess plan, and girls have to share a good thing. So I thought, well, once or twice a month, I'll show the jewelry. And that will be 40 years ago on May 5th. So I grew up in the field, like Kim and Megan, and, in Park Lane. And as they did, rose to executive leadership. And then, so for over 19 years. And then for the last 20 plus, I have been working with home office. And I have been very blessed because I'm here 40 years. So I worked with Shirley and Arthur, and now Scott, Mark, and Arthur, and the kids, the third generation. I mean, Scotty and Taylor and Matt and Mark. I literally have watched those kids grow up. So it's and I love that because that's what I can share my truth with you. Like everything that I share about the business, I have been in, witnessed, not just giving you hearsay. So here comes Amazon.
The daily delivery. Kathy, we didn't plan this, but I literally, when you said you knew Shirley, all that, I mean, none of us know Shirley. If there was one thing that you could share about her or that you learned from Shirley, I don't even know if you could drill it down to one, but I would love for you to share.
I think, I learned so much from Shirley. You never, honestly, booking talk, recruiting talk, just absolutely amazing. But the one thing I would love to share with you, her love and her passion for everyone, for all of the stylists in Park Lane. She just exuded that feeling, that love, and the way, I mean, she just talked with everyone as you see Scott, Mark, and Arthur do. But it was just, I mean, she had this booming voice. She still I mean, I'm sure she still does. I haven't seen her in several years, but I mean, just absolutely incredible. But it's that genuine love, that genuine belief, that genuine, I want to say, pride and passion for the opportunity that she was able to basically create for all of us.
Again, this is not a Shirley talk, but I'm just like, if there's one crazy story that you could share that she did, because this is some of the stuff that some of y'all, if you've never heard, the company started in 1955. And if you think about what women were doing in 1955, it was not starting companies.
No.
And there's like some really crazy stories. I don't know if you could think of one story to make what we think is like so hard in our business to put in perspective.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, Shirley literally, I mean, none of this was going on. Think about it when she started. And even honestly, when I started in the business, long distance phone calls cost money. You had to be in person or it didn't happen. Okay. So mentoring, I mean, she would go all over the country and, hold rallies and things like that to be with the people. It wasn't just convention, which there were 4 conventions a season, twice a year. They would start out in they started in the East Coast, I think. I don't think they even started in the Midwest. I don't know, I can't remember. Either the Midwest, then they would go to the East Coast, then they would go down to Texas for the South, and then they would go to California to the West Coast. 4 weekends in a row. Shirley, Arthur, and the guys would go. And it was just, but like I said, the way she just exuded her love, her commitment, her genuine. And I think that the one thing that really like struck me, and I was like, hallelujah, is from the stage one time, she was like, you know, I want you to succeed. I want you to be great. I don't want you to have to like balance your checkbook. And it's always been like a thing for me.
I
And
don't want to either.
well,
In fact, I don't even think my kids know what that means.
right. But at that time, again, I'm going to say there was
Yeah,
none of this going on, right? And, I'm just like, oh, hallelujah. Dave, did you hear that? I'm not going to have to balance my checkbook because I don't anyway. Yeah. Anyway,
I
so
love that.
that was just one of the, the small things that.
Well, it's fun, I think, especially for all of us that don't know that history of really the grassroots of Park Lane to hear those little stories every now and again. But well, I was excited and Kathy, I want to thank you for organizing us to come together. It is, 2 senior division teams here. We have Megan Shearer's team, we've got Kim Craddock's team that are both senior divisions. But I want to tell a little bit of the history of this team. So there's another girl up here on the left corner of my screen, maybe not yours, Miss Stephanie Haxel, who's a division leader, who actually is how these 2 other ladies met. Kim actually sponsored Stephanie, oh gosh, when we first started doing online parties many moons ago. Gosh, Stephanie, how many years has it been now? 4?
So I went back today and looked at my very first live that I did on Facebook because Facebook is getting rid of our live videos.
Yes.
And my very first live video on Facebook was June 4th, 2020.
Oh, wow. So we're coming up on 5.
5 years,
Wow.
which doesn't seem possible.
Well, and what's funny is Stephanie hosted and Kim kept trying to get her to join, and she was like, no. And all her friends had parties, and finally she was like, okay. I mean, that's the gist of the story. But anyway, then Stephanie knew Miss Megan, and they were neighborhood town friends, whatever. And so that is how Megan ended up joining. And so that is how this team really formed. And Megan just quickly rose up. Well, what's special is Kim and Megan both started as fashion directors, just like Kathy Cassidy started as a fashion director at Park Lane Jewelry. One of the amazing things about that as your executive leadership team is the fact that you have people that are mentoring you that have literally done it from the beginning to where they are now as a Park Laner. And they are bought into the programs. They are bought into all the benefits that Park Lane, has to bring us, the compensation plan, how to work the compensation plan. They have no previous, knowledge or what's the word I'm looking for? Like distractions, maybe, from coming from a different company. They are Park Lane, they were babies and now they're grown-ups. And so the great thing about that is who is mentoring and serving you and helping you build the business that you want to, which is such an asset. So when Megan, I was trying to remember when you promoted up to senior division, was it like June, May of 2024?
Everyone all of a sudden is commenting, telling me congratulations. And I went back and looked at why everyone's telling me congratulations. And it's because in March of 2024, I became a senior division. And I don't know why that post has shown up for everyone again,
That's
but
so funny.
like so many comments.
So 1
this
year
week.
now.
So 1 year senior division.
1 year. And so, Kim was instrumental in helping Megan work, that. And Stephanie, of course, helped Megan. And so, anyway, this team has a lot of history together. And I'm going to let Kathy share this. But, there's been, notice has been taken of what's happening within this team. So, Kathy, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Thanks, Christy. So, yes. So, as Christy said in the beginning, when I was there, and for those of you that do know me and what I do now, like I am the voice of the direct weight program, but it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate or notice those that move up from fashion stylists. And these two leaders, senior division leaders, executive leaders, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of myself. Scott, Mark, and Arthur and I were all commiserating, noticing these two teams who work so closely together, who work so well with Christy, they have the common bond of Stephanie, which we are so thrilled that she is moving along and doing what she's doing too. So I'm going to talk about you too. Because I expect big things, Stephanie. But, these teams definitely, in our eyes, we see you moving to sales VP this year. Definitely. So that's coming right from the CEO and Art and Mark, co-owners with Scott, that you are noticed. And this is a team promotion. This cannot be done by one leader or even two leaders. This is a team. And the teams, I just love the way that they have emerged, from entry level. They can truly relate to each and every one of you, wherever you are at, and you can truly relate to them. People are not magically appearing at their door saying that they want, to have a show or to join the team or whatever. They are doing exactly what you're doing and, teaching you how to do it as well. So, we definitely expect this team will level up. Our level up promotion. We are very excited about this. Very, very excited that, it's from all promotions that have taken place from January 8th through July 2nd. So all of you, the whole team that can go from, fashion stylist to branch to area to division and senior division, and beyond, by July are going to be invited to a very, very special, and you will love that. You want stories? I mean, Scott has stories, forever, that grew up in the business with his mom and dad. So, stories to share with you, but you will be not only recognized for your promotions at Sparkle, but you will also be invited to a very special Zoom with Scott in recognition of your promotions. So we're excited about Level Up, but like I said, when we were in St. Thomas, I was like, Christy, let's do this. So here we are.
Well, I wrote down there's already 3 that have leveled up in these teams that will be invited to that Zoom. And it's Angela Watson, Cynthia Adams, and Dana Morris. All 3 of them have promoted to branch. So those are 3 that we already have added from this
Congratulations.
organization. And that's only going to grow. So
Well, and I think from here, like I'm planting the seed, but each and every one of you should be in touch with at least your division leader or even higher. Like, who would like to promote up? I mean, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, each and every one of you deserve to do this. It's doing everything that you're doing now, truly, only doing it with a little bit more intention. Okay. That's really all it takes, is paying a little bit more attention and practicing. The only reason any of us are where we are at today is because we practiced what we do. And so that's all it honestly takes. Every one of you deserves a promotion. Remember here, these promotions are permanent. You can't demote. So, and how many of you, raise your hand, do you get a 5% raise at work? And if you have a day job, right? Unheard of nowadays. I mean, you've got to be like so spectacular,
Mhm.
and I don't even know if there are spectacular things that you can do to get a higher one. So here, you give it to yourself. And the only way you get to be where you're at is by helping other people. Oh, Holly's close to area. Awesome. Awesome. So congratulations. But that's it. That's what I love. The only way that I grew up in Park Lane, that I am where I am today, is because I gifted other people. I didn't, well, and I ask everybody. That's the first thing. If you don't, you have said no for that person. I would never want that, to do that, to say no for someone else. So I expect a lot of level ups here. You guys certainly deserve it. And you all have the talent to do it, and talented leaders to lock arms with to help you in your mission.
Well, and I know, so Kim and Megan both would love to, just draw attention to some of the ladies that are working toward this promotion. Kim, do you want to start and mention some of the team?
Yes, we have got can y'all hear me okay? I'm probably echoey, but oh my gosh, we've got so many great things happening right now. So many conversations. I've got lots of fun phone calls every single week, talking to people, helping them pace. The excitement is building, and it's so much fun to watch people, because part of it is just watching them realize what they can do, and realize that a lot of the time, Kathy, just like you said, they're already doing it. They just have to do it with intention and with the mindset of, I'm going to level up. So first and foremost, we have Steph Haxel. She is on her way from division to senior division. We are pacing for that. She is moving and grooving, and I'm so excited to see that, because obviously she's amazing, and I'm so thrilled and blessed to have her on my team. A people person, bringing people together, and so this will be no problem for her. And so she's pacing to that. Next up, we have Elizabeth Littlejohn, who is here in her super cute new office, which I just saw in person for the first time today, dropping off some jewelry with her wallpaper. It's so, so cute. And Elizabeth is moving from area into division, and she is growing her team by leaps and bounds. She has got so many ladies that are coming on and working this business out of passion and out of joy. And it is coming from Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a people person. She is a relationship person. I don't know if she would say that about herself, but I believe that to be true, just based on the ladies that she's bringing into the team and the joy and the excitement that she shares. Next up, we have Karen Howlett, and I'm not sure that she could be on tonight, but she is on the move also from area to division. She's got so many ladies on her team that are working, and Karen is, her testimony is so amazing. She does have another job, and she has overcome some obstacles that she is just, her perseverance is something to be admired. And she is just working with her team and uplifting those ladies and helping them to move and shake on her team. And next up, Emily Carr. I know that she is here. This one is so special. Emily joined a few years ago and then had to take a step back for a little bit. But like we talked about, you never lose your level. And so Emily is currently in area. She's going to be moving into area, rather. She's a branch. and moving into area and pacing towards that. And it's been such a joy to see her come back. She is a wonderful light. She just said, it's so much fun. I'm coming back. It's so much fun. And she had to step back for a minute, but I'm excited to see her coming back in, and I can't wait to see what she's doing. Again, a people person and bringing women together and sharing the joy of jewelry. It's just been such an honor to watch her. So Emily, I know she's here watching. Welcome back, my friend. Last up, Jen Robb and Elizabeth. I'm going to let Elizabeth say a few words about Jen Robb because she's new to our team, but she has been so amazing. So Elizabeth, do you want to just share a little bit about Jen?
Now I feel like I'm put on the spot. So Jen is my newest jewelry bestie, and we just kind of took on that name, and I think that's going to be our team now. But she came into this business and launched, and we booked 2 parties at that show, and she kept going like 2 days later and 2 days after that and 2 days after that and 2 days after that. So basically she's working to be an area, but she had some crazy sales her first month in business, and she is a nurse practitioner and has her hand in a million other things. She's a go-getter, so super excited for her to promote up to area.
And I will say also, just Elizabeth, she and her husband own their own business, and she runs that out of her office. And so Elizabeth is also doing all of this while having another full-time job. Although I think Park Lane is a little more fun, if I'm going to go ahead and just say that. So I know that's what she really loves to do. But Stephanie also, she and her husband have started a business together. And so these are some amazing, amazing women who are doing amazing things. And I think that's what it's all about. I'm just so excited and so blessed to be able to work alongside all of them. So that's just a little bit about what's going on in our team.
Yay! This is such a joy to hear. Okay, thank you for sharing, Kim. Thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing. I'm so excited. I get to meet Jen soon. We're gonna go to dinner because we all live like within like a mile of each other. Okay, Miss Megan, I would love for you to talk about your team. But first of all, can we just give Megan some love in the chat? You look beautiful today. Yes, like your makeup is on point. I'm like,
so I got a tan in St. Thomas, and then Sheridan got me to buy a better tinted sunscreen. That's my daughter. She's 20. She makes me go to Sephora. So this is called, what is this stuff called? So I don't wear foundation, but this tinted sunscreen, it's legit. Like even my mom today was like, whatever we're wearing, I gotta have it. So
drop the link in your
look
team
better
page.
than I look. Thank you though. And I also think it's these. Like I'm never taking them off.
So pretty.
So in love with these. Paradise earrings, they'll be coming out, I hope. Okay, I'm just a normal girl from Norman, Oklahoma, who fell in love with a girl named Stephanie Haxel, who taught me how to embrace myself, to not be scared, to open up to the world, to be me online. I was telling her today, I remember the first time we were talking about Connie Allred's talk yesterday about being prepared for your lives and having the right lighting and having the right background. And I do agree that all of that is really important, but really our people just love us. So it doesn't matter when Stephanie Haxel is live, she doesn't have to have makeup on. She doesn't have to have clean hair. She grabs me right in the scroll just because you can't not love her. So I want everyone to know that. I do think there's a lot to learn from what Connie taught us yesterday, but I also want everyone to know people just really need community. They need a place to belong. They need a place to be loved. And I found that in Park Lane. And my team, like I'm about to introduce them, they're like family. I'm just like, it was a God thing that came into my life, and it has continued to be blessed. And even when we go through a little valley or whatever, and I start thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting blessed again. I mean, it's like it happens when it's supposed to happen. So proud of my team. I am lucky that when I joined, my very, very best friend from high school, Julie Sparks, and my sister, Monica Minadio, joined very, very closely afterward. And there is no joke to working the business in tandem. Ladies, we go to the bathroom together. So why wouldn't we work a business together? We could commiserate together. We could say, how in the heck do you share this? Where in the heck did you find that graphic? That thing is great. How do you do that? Whatever. I had Julie and Monica from the beginning to do that with. Now, it doesn't mean everybody is going to have that. I mean, it's not, it's, you don't have to have that, because I have found my jewelry besties along the way. Julie and Monica have taken a little step back lately, and I find new jewelry besties, and we work together. And I'm just telling you, it's just like a family all the time. So, what I will say is Monica Minadio Cook, my sister, is a division leader, and Paula Lobb is a division leader. My story with Paula is that I reached out to a scary reach out. So if I ever tell you, go reach out to your what's that list, that scary list, whatever that is. You're scared for whatever reason. Chicken list. Yes. I reached out to a doctor in town. I didn't even know her very well. I just liked her energy. And I told Christy, she's a doctor. She's a doctor who sings Broadway musicals. Like, she's gifted in every way and as busy as anyone can be, with 3 children, under 12 or whatever. And Christy said, doctors need fun too. And that's what I thought. I feel like maybe she needs fun. And so I just reached out. I said, you don't even know me that well. I just like your energy. And I was afraid you'd think I was the crazy jewelry lady, but it turns out I am. So I just wondered if you'd have a party for me. So, guys, Kelly Lobb is Paula Lobb's cousin. From that party, I met so many people. And Paula has a booming business in Texas A&M country. Doing great on her own, has a retirement plan going. Paula is the kindest, nicest, hardest working woman you will ever meet. So I'm going to let Paula talk about her team in a second, but she wants to go for senior division this year, and she is doing private coaching with Jennifer Bond. And she is blessed to have that, and she's on fire. So I love Paula Lobb to death. My sister, Monica Minadio, also wants to go for senior division. And so we have goals to make, but I cannot wait to see that happen. And I'm so blessed that my sister wants to do this with me. My next person is Holly Nevels. And I will talk about Holly by saying there is no more true leader. If you look up leader in the dictionary, it's Holly Nevels. I'm just blessed that she wants to be on my team, that she can learn something from me. But she's a picture of, we're not hiring the next CEO here. We're just sharing jewelry, right? So all I said to Holly was, Holly, you're buying a lot of jewelry. Do you want to look at getting like some discount on that jewelry? And Holly, that was all she intended to do. But then it became like her mother's sewing room, and I'm going to say this wrong, or her grandmother's knitting room. It became her, what is purpose in her play, right? I need purpose in my play too. So it became her getaway, and I hope it continues to be her getaway. She is very, very busy, but lo and behold, her small but mighty team, as she calls it, is growing whether she wants it to grow or not. So Holly is a current area leader, very, very close to division leader. Then on Holly's team, we have Holly McKinney. Same way, Holly McKinney is a self-made, hardworking, educating leader who knows other educators, and all of a sudden her team's growing like crazy, and she will very soon be an area leader. And she's got a very new
today. Didn't she sponsor today?
She sponsored today.
Yeah.
Well, someone on her team sponsored. So,
Okay,
and I
that's what
have
it
that
was. I
lady.
saw
She's
her
going to do
name.
a party in the faux show group because she's the real deal. She's only been at this for 3 weeks, but she captivated me instantly. And I thought, you know what? We need to see that a newbie can teach others, like have very little jewelry and teach others. And so Deborah Renz is her name. She's got a newbie already. She's been in 3 weeks and she's going to do a faux show. So let me think who else we've got. I don't want to miss anybody. Angela Watson came in on fire. She's one of my newbies. She was in my February 5 and 5 group. She is signing somebody up tonight and qualifying her. They're flipping her party. So she'll have 2 signups and she is on her way to area. Very, very coachable. So that's who I would point out tonight. I hope I didn't miss anybody and hurt anybody's feelings. I have many women working very hard to get to branch and sharing free impression bracelet night. That's been a huge deal. And I hope that I introduced okay. So
Y'all, thank you, Kim and Megan and Elizabeth. And I mean, it's honestly very special to get to hear the stories. Some of the stories I didn't even know. So just thank you. Thank you guys for doing that. And, we've got several incentives, you guys, going on this month for you to take advantage of. I don't care if you are here to just sell jewelry, be a fashion director and, sell your little heart out with sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. But many, many incentives. We have our over the top weeks, with Park Lane, 1,500 in the first 2 weeks gets you these. I forget the blossom earrings.
Blossom.
Okay, blossom earrings, 1,500 in the first 2 weeks. Sponsor in the month, and you get the ring. If you want to go for more, I want this bracelet. This bracelet is insane. The $5,000 club, and you get the bracelet for $5,000 in the month of April, which is 5 weeks. And then the $10,000 club, you're going to get the beautiful blossom necklace. Yeah, some of them are called botanical and some are called blossom, and I just can't keep it straight. And then in our team, in the Dream Catchers, when you sell 3,000, you get the adorable personalized tote for yourself, 3,000 in the month. It'll be personalized with your name and a little scarf with your initial. It's so cute. And then when you sell 5,000 in the month of April, you're going to get our adorable. It's not going to be this one. You're going to have your own. There's nothing a good party can't cure hat, because I'm a true believer. There ain't nothing a good party can't cure. You have a good party, and all of a sudden your business went from I'm awful to I can do this. That's how we are. It's like, woo! So anyway, those are just some fun incentives that we have going on, honestly, to just celebrate you throughout the month of April. So we're so excited to have you guys come together. So excited to see what this team's going to do, to collaboratively over the coming months. And Kathy, I don't know if you have any final words, but we're just so grateful that you wanted to take your time in honor of the board to spend time with this team.
We definitely have our eye on all of you and we are cheering you on. And, one final thing I can say is how blessed are all of we that every time we heard from Shirley, every time that we hear from Scott, Mark, and Arthur, they are just assuring, reinsuring how stable, how forward moving, just as you are moving forward, as you do, Park Lane does. And, the beautiful situation that we are in with, we were up 20% in February over last or no, where are we? We're getting it in February over last February. I don't have March yet. Oh, yes, I do. March, we did the same thing, and over 20% over March of 2024, which was crazy, crazy successful. So the fact that they share that with us, that they reassure us that, we take nothing away. I say it all the time in my interviews. The programs that were here when I started 40 years ago are still here, except they're better and more readily achieved, with the trips, the travel trips, crazy, right? Mercedes car program. unbelievable that, you and the team together. So you see, it's not just the owners saying how successful we are. You see it by the programs. You see it by the beautiful set today, the beautiful cross that Christy's wearing, that they put out that quality. What? Just placing an order, right? You can get that. To what? Drive your business on a Tuesday. It's just, and that's what tells you when a company is successful. But to have them reassure, from the co-founders, Shirley and Arthur, to Scott, Mark, and Arthur today, it is just a privilege and an honor to represent and to be a part of your teams and your success as well. So thank you for indulging me, Christy, and bringing the girls
Thank you.
together here.
And you know what? I have a challenge for y'all. Okay. Because when you mentioned this necklace again, I thought I need to tell you guys. So I went live. I try to go live at 5, Monday through Thursday. I'm not always perfect, but pretty good at it. And I don't get a sale every day. In fact, it's most often I don't. It's the accumulation of people seeing me over time. But today I went live. And if we have a style drop, if we have a deal of the day or whatever, I'm usually live on my phone and I'll turn the camera around and I hold it up to my computer. Okay. This is not fancy. And I will show the email that Park Lane has, and I'll show the piece and I'll talk about the piece and I'll read the description. And y'all, I did that today, and I had on my Glory necklace and I had on my Queenie earrings, and somebody said, I need that. And she wanted this. And I mean, that is, so I want to challenge everybody. Go live tonight. I don't care if you're in your jammies, share the deal of the day with this divine necklace. Turn your camera around, share the email that Park Lane gave us. We have such good resources in that you do not have to have the piece of jewelry to share it, because I'm sure, sorry, but faith-based jewelry is really popular and this is really expensive looking. So I challenge you all to do that tonight and get the word out. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Megan. And we are so excited to see great things happen over the coming weeks and months. All right. Have a great night, you guys. I'm going to
Good
party.
night, everybody.
I've got a party. All right. Bye.